What's going on, beautiful people? It is Wednesday, December 16th, 2020, man. We're almost there. It's almost Christmas. It's almost New Year's. Hope you guys are having a great week. Let's just kick it right off, man. Let's just kick it right off, get right into it. What have I been up to? Just working on different things right now. But one thing that I want to just talk about is, man, I've not been sleeping that well lately. Been getting up in the middle of the night. Actually, you know what? I'll go to sleep early. I'll go to sleep at around 10:30ish because I like to get up early, get my morning going. But the thing is, I'll go to bed at like 10:30, try to fall asleep, and I don't know, half an hour into it, I'm about to fall asleep, then I suddenly like pop up like a raccoon, dude. I run to the fridge, grab myself my 2-liter gallon of Chapman's chocolate ice cream and go to town, man. And I just sit there for like 5-10 minutes just scooping out ice cream, and I don't know what it is. I guess it's just the times, man. You roll with it. But I'm enjoying some ice cream in the middle of the night. Been getting to, then I'll go to bed again and I'll fall asleep. I don't have trouble falling asleep. I'll fall asleep and have a good night of sleep, but just getting there, I don't know what it is. I've never had that issue of getting up in the middle of the night and like having cravings or whatever, man. You just roll with it. I'm enjoying the ice cream, but I just thought I'd let you guys know. You probably all feel a little bit stressed out, or I don't know, it's the holidays. Maybe it's the stress of the holidays, even though I'm not really even stressed out about the holidays. But if you feel like you're stressed out, don't be stressed out, man. It's the holidays. Try to chill. And this year, I think everybody's just, going to be way more understanding on a lot of terms, on a lot of ground. So it's all cool, man. Enjoy the holiday season, chill, relax, eat whatever you like. And yeah, we'll just, we'll kick it into gear in 2021. We've already kicked it into gear right now as well, but it's been a weird year, right? So let's just hang on a little bit longer and we'll wrap it up and put it behind us and hopefully move forward with the vaccines and everything going on. Hopefully we can, be out and about maybe by spring, summer. I don't know. It's just in my head. Right now things aren't looking like they're easing at all because here in Toronto we're under a lot of restrictions and it's getting colder too. Right now we're sitting at around -8, and to be honest, again, going back to the fact that I haven't been outside this year as much just because of the COVID and the restrictions, I feel like now whenever I step out of the house, I notice my body's picking up on the temperature drop, if you will. I'm noticing that my body's picking up the cold way easier. So it's just, I'm doing my exercises inside the house. Like I'll do my 10-15 minute workout every day in the morning. That keeps me somewhat in shape. But in terms of getting cardio this year, I went out during the summer, fall as well, but right now it's getting cold, man. I don't know if I want to be going out for more walks, if it's going to get colder for the next couple of months, but that's how it always is. Come in January, February, we're going to probably just, I'm going to do more of this, continue to work on myself, continue to write, continue to paint, continue to make jokes with you guys, and we'll get through this, man. We'll get through this. I know a lot of people are restricted in terms of movement and what they like to be doing, but we do what we can do, right? We don't make excuses. We don't let things get in our way. We just keep rolling with the punches and we adapt. Speaking of adapting, man, things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Let's see. Let me just get a sip of this. Love that coffee. Things that I wanted to talk to you guys. I mean, I saw it last week. I was hesitant to get into it, but I'll just, I'll take a little stab at it. I wonder what you guys think. It's made global headlines across the world. An Iranian teenager, 19-year-old or 20-year-old rather, has been imprisoned by the Iranian regime just because, this girl, clearly when you look at the story, when you look at her, I feel terrible for her because it seems to me that she's suffering from some sort of mental health issues and she needs to be assisted. But what the Iranian regime's done, they've actually imprisoned her for 10 years and I don't know, they charged her with a bunch of nonsense and stupid shit, but man, that really twists my titties, dude. That really twists my titties because it's like the holiday season and you look around the world and you want people to be working together, you want people to be positive, you want people to be not repressed, not suppressed. You don't want people to be, you want people to have basic human rights, and you want people to be living decent lives. And yeah, the Iranian regime doesn't make it possible, man, for the people down there, and I feel terrible. It's like, it's like seeing a long-lost cousin or a long-lost relative get sent to prison because they're suffering from mental health disorders. It touches a part of me, I'm not gonna lie. Luckily, I'm here, I can do my part, make fun of the stupidness and the hypocrisy that goes on in parts of the world. And little by little, man, it's like I said before, it's these little positive things and the little things that we need to point out together. And that'll collect into a little pool of just positive energy, and together we can get rid of the nonsense that exists in the world, the repressive regimes that, suppress the people and just make lives extremely difficult. But I'm thankful for a lot of things. If you ask me any day of the week, I will always be an optimist. I always like to look at the glass half full. And I've always got a smile on my face, dude. I'm always laughing, I'm always goofing around, I'm always thinking positive, and I believe in goodness. I believe in the goodness in all of us, and it's definitely unfortunate to see shit like that, but it's got to be mentioned, man. And I don't know what the answer is. I don't have the answer, and but it's ridiculous. What's got me cheesed is, okay, what's the responsibility of the doctor in terms of, okay, I'm not against plastic surgery, I'm not against modifying your body, I have tattoos, I have piercings, I've had braces when I was a kid, I used performance enhancing drugs for 1 year, I've mentioned that I've used steroids. If you want to go check that video out, you can do that. But I'm open about these things, so I can't be judgmental about people wanting to change their appearance or their looks. I get it. Most of the time when we do try to change things about our looks or appearance, it stems from something deeper within us. And again, I'm not judging, man. I've done shit to myself. I've bleached my hair, I shaved my face, I've got piercings. I've had piercings all my life. Not all my life, most of my life. I've got tattoos and stuff, so I can't be walking around and be like, oh, so-and-so's got a nose job, or so-and-so's got their cheeks done, or whatever. I looking at that girl, like, that's the thing. I think a lot of things have been, I don't know her life story, man. It's like, you ask a lot of questions, right? But that's such a sensitive topic to pick up on. But what I wanted to focus on is, where is the doctor's responsibility when a young woman or a young man comes up to you and says, I want to drastically change my face or a part of my body, whatever that may be, right? What do you do? Just because they may have the financial resources, do you go and say, oh yeah, we'll read these forms, sign the line, and we'll line you up however you like, like, let's play Mr. Potato Head with your face. You got the money, right? Where do we draw the line? Where's the ethics? Or I see a lack of ethics in terms of, like, the responsibility of the medical industry, I guess, or the health industry, I don't know. And every region, every part of the world's different, right? But we do have it we have it in Western society, we have it in all parts of the world. All parts of the world. Everybody's always constantly, doing things to themselves, and you can't stop people from doing things to themselves. I don't want to be, and I'm not, I love everybody, man. I love everybody. I don't judge anybody for whatever they do, but I do think there's certain things, like drastically changing your body, should be limited until at least you reach a certain age where you can, make a coherent and, like, proper cognitive decision that you're not going to regret somewhere down the line. Some of this may be plastic surgery on your face. Some of it is related to a hot topic that's been popping up for the past few years, like gender dysphoria, right? And a lot of teenagers coming up, they're getting, you see it on mass media and TV shows. You see it on news outlets. A lot of teenagers having gender identity issues and coming out as trans. And again, you guys know me by now. I love everybody. I'm not against anything, dude. That's the thing. My point is, like, whether you're transforming your face or your gender or whatever, I think you should do it at an age where you're kind of mature enough at least to understand the full repercussions. Because whatever you do, and I always tell people, like, I have tattoos and I have piercings, and piercings are an adjustment that you can easily, rid yourself of. At least some of them are anyway. So that's not a full transformation. You can always take out an earring, you can always take out a nose ring or whatever. These don't actually, alter your body. Tattoos is a level up from that. Once you put something on your body, it's permanent. It's actually funny because I think the thought for me growing up, like still back in, I'm 31 right now, but when I was still a teenager, I used to love watching Miami Ink. I used to love those guys. I'm like, shit, man, that looks so dope if I could, do that or get tattoos like that. And tattoos back then still were kind of like a taboo, not full on as they were even previously, but now moving forward, it's become so normal that everybody's got a tattoo, and they're cool. I love tattoos and everything. I love the art form. I love the whole experience, the whole ritual of getting a tattoo. I really think it's dope. But I've never recommended it to anybody because I do understand that when you're born and you are yourself and everything, that's the most unique version of you that you'll ever get. Everything else that we do to ourselves after that is just like, you're just quote unquote maybe upgrading or whatever it is. You're altering it. It's no longer unique. I know a lot of people get that. The thought of wanting to get a tattoo was to be like, let me be unique, let me do something that's perhaps considered to be done by the outsiders and whatnot. But nowadays it's changed. Now pretty much everybody has a tattoo, right? So norms change, standards change, what we do to our bodies change, how we perceive it changes, right? I mean, back in the day, if you had a tattoo, mine aren't large or anything, but if you had full sleeves or neck tattoos, you may not have been, hired at certain places. I know for one of my jobs, like I've mentioned this before, I was in the automotive sector, and when I was moving up to sales and then later on into management, the corporation definitely asked me to remove my nose piercing and all of that stuff. And part of me was upset because, like, as a young man, I'm like, well, this is just me. It doesn't change who I am. People, when they interact with me, they'll see who I am. Piercings shouldn't really, but I get the business aspect of it, like when you mature and you're, I get that aspect of it, that's their business, and if they want to conduct it and hire individuals, wearing particular uniforms or working in I get that. That's a businessman or a corporation running things, and I can't really complain about that. Does that, or can I? I don't know, because that's the same thing I've read. You should definitely not discriminate in terms of like how people wear their hair or makeup or whatever, or shave their face or don't. Like I think performance should be just, evaluated based on merits, not, people's looks or whatnot. And yeah, but this is the thing. Right now I see a lot of this stuff, like young people getting major plastic surgery, whether it's on their face or maybe even earlier talking about changing their genders. That to me is like, I've got nothing against transgender people, man. I love people. I don't know that's the thing. I think we should just do a little bit more research and figure out at least a number or age we can all agree upon. Be like, okay, is it 18, is it 19, or is it 25? When does the human brain fully kind of evolve to the point of maturation where we can actually make those decisions? Because teenagers, who are we kidding, man? We were all teenagers at once, man. I was a dumbass when I was a dumbass in my I'm still a dumbass right now. That's the thing, man. Like, but you got to be open about these things, and like people need to realize that, like, if your kid comes up to you and they're confused about certain things, first of all, you got to address the root of the problem. Where is this emerging from? And most often these things emerge from, we talk about the good and the bad in the world, and that's everything. There's no black and white. It's hard to find things that are purely black and white. A lot of times things fall in the gray area, and most of our, we have technology, which is fantastic in a lot of ways because it allows us to connect, it allows us to do so many things easier and faster and cheaper, so we can all do other great things. At the same time, these same technologies, they provide you with a lot of garbage as well. And the thing is, like, nowadays we're moving so fast, and computers and phones have become so integrated into our lives that we freely give up our privacy, and I'm okay with a certain aspect of that. But not when it comes to kids, dude. Like, if you guys got kids out there, don't be giving them phones, man. Don't be. I don't know. Again, that's the thing. I'm not a parent, but like, teenagers are different. But I'm talking even younger. I've seen kids running around like 5, 6, 7. Does a 5-year-old really need a phone, dude? Does a 7-year-old really need a phone? I didn't have a phone until my mid-teenage years, and even then it was just like, those old school Nokia phones, or the Motorola's, the flip phones, and it was just to literally, like, my mom would drop me off at soccer practice, and when I was done, I'd be like, yo, mom's finished, can you come pick me up, please? And that was it, dude. Nowadays, like, phones have changed, they've evolved, they're basically your computer in your pocket, right? So you're giving these kids all these tools that are, yes, beneficial, but also can be very detrimental to their health, to their growth. All of a sudden, they might be clicking on things they don't know, and boom, there's an article about whatever. And then there's that information, and kids are like sponges. They absorb everything. They take everything and they suck it in and absorb it. So we need to understand the repercussions. And I get it, especially nowadays, especially with schooling, technology's become so incorporated into the learning. So we need to, I don't know, somehow we need to figure a way out that to better manage this genie, I guess. That's the thing. We always, as humans, we always come up with different genies that we let loose out of different bottles. And once you let them loose out of the bottles, there's no putting them back in. It's just a matter of, can we figure a better way of managing it? And I don't particularly have the answers, but one thing I do recommend, I have seen parents that are, your kids, on a rant, or they're crying and you want to just make them go quiet, you just hand over a phone or a tablet, and that'll shut them up. That'll be like the pacifier, right? It's got all the games, it's got all the music, but it's got a lot of other bullshit on it too that you and I as adults know. So perhaps maybe the solution is for phone companies to make kid-friendly phones that are only applicable for kids, so we can give them as, like, imagine, like, it had a basic button that the buttons that you could use to call somebody or text somebody, and I don't know, a calculator, or the essentials that a kid needs to learn things and to do proper research and stuff. But that's the thing, when you give a kid a phone, you're giving them access to the World Wide Web. How do you know what they're going to search or accidentally stumble upon? How do you know what that's going to impact, or how that's going to impact them? So these are all things that we need to, think about. And I don't know how I got there, but yeah, man, we're at a time of, but I guess that's the thing, any time in history, it's kind of like, we're at the best of times, we're at the worst of times. We're at a point of abundance, but we're still at a point of poverty in some sense, We need to find that balance, and it's always going to be swinging back and forth. It'll never be perfect, because we're 8 billion people crawling on this little pebble in the middle of space, and our numbers are constantly growing. So the best thing that we can do is just find better ways of managing our shit, managing the way we act, the way we behave, and allow room for mistakes, allow room for growth, allow room for open communication. Get rid of dogmas, get rid of dogmatic ideas, get rid of cults of personality, dude, because, some nations be tripping, they be tripping. Some nations are under the spell of these, I don't even know, man, somehow it's the cult of personality, but, like, if you really look at these people, they're not even, jeez Louise, dude, you know what I'm talking about, man, like, the Ayatollahs, like, running Iran, like, again, these are the things that really twist my titties, man. I hope, and that's the thing, when I look at everything in the world and all the acting powers, I see Russia, I see China, I see North Korea, I see the United States and Canada, my home. I want everybody to be safe and sound. I want everybody to have opportunities. How do we go about doing that, guys? How do we go about doing that? I mean, for one thing, I don't think we should get rid of hierarchies. I don't think we should get rid of meritocracy. One thing that I'd like to see in 2021 and moving forward, because like part of me when I was younger, I was an idealist. As you grow older, you become more of a realist. And I would love to just see America be more American. I would like to see America man up and take lead, because you guys, are neighbors. And when I say America, I want Canada to be a part of that too, dude. We should all man up, woman up, whatever that means. Like, just toughen up and be better role models, I guess. Do better things so that others can perhaps look at us and take note, perhaps. I don't know if that's the right method. But I don't want America to abandon its... I love America. It's crazy how you come to realize everybody finds their group, everybody finds their clan, and it's not necessarily the one you're born into or the one that's been passed down to you. It's actually, if you open up your eyes and really want to, find out who you are and what you want to do and what you're meant to be doing in life, you find your people, man. And as a culture, as a piece of history, as a society, I really fucking love America. I can't get enough, and I want them to really take on that leadership role as a country and as an empire, guys. I don't know if you guys realize it, but you're a young empire. A lot of people talk shit about the US. I fucking love the US. Compared to all the other empires, they're the bestest. Who be kidding, dog? That's the thing. So I want them to do well. And I say that because we don't live in an ideal world, guys. Who would I rather have in charge? Do I want, a communist dictatorship like China? Do I want an Islamic fascist republic like Iran? Fuck no. Do I want old school communism like back in the Soviet days? Fuck no. The best thing that we've got as a global community, and we have to recognize the best things that we've got and help amplify it whatever ways we can and better it. How can we make it so that the rest of the world can perhaps catch up, so that periphery countries can be core countries, not just stand on the outside and be hermit nations and not have any interactions? How do we go do that? We lead strongly, dude. We be ourselves, and that's what I want America to do. Be yourselves, guys. You are really cool as a nation. You're not perfect. No nation is. You got your issues. Every fucking nation has their issues, bro. You think you guys have racial issues, bro? Travel a little bit to the Middle East. I'll tell you what, you'll know racial issues once you're in the Middle East. Them motherfuckers be racist. Not all of them, but there's that's the thing. We all need to be working globally together. And please don't get offended by the shit I say. I'm just trying to help shine a little light on things that need a little bit of light. And yeah, man, these are the things that kind of twist my titties, but at the same time you twist my titties, you make me laugh a little bit. I don't know, so it's been a weird year, guys. It's been a weird year. Thank you guys for coming in and checking shit out, man. We are just rocking and rolling. We're gonna keep kicking butt. We're gonna keep going at it. We're gonna just keep going. I don't give a fuck, bro. We're gonna just keep rocking and rolling. 2021's gonna come. 2022's gonna come, and man, it's gonna be the roaring 20s, bro. It's gonna be the roaring 20s. It's gonna be lit. We're gonna kick butt in the next decade together. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna be safe. We're gonna do a lot of great things, you guys. Love you guys. I'll talk to you all very soon. Stay safe out there. Peace out.